Today, I'm going to guide you step by step through exactly how to become a full-time professional graphic designer without needing a design degree. You don't have to go to university or a design school, spend $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 and 3 or 4 years to get a certificate and then pursue your dream career. To be honest with you, in my 7 years of being a full-time graphic designer, no one has really asked me where I studied, if I went to design school. What matters is your skill set and your portfolio. And that is what we're going to chat through today. If I was to take myself back and ask myself, in those 3 years of design school education, what did I really get out of it? Honestly, it was the friends, the campus experience. It was the fact that we got a lot of different types of tutors and lecturers coming in, chatting to us about different fields and disciplines. That was really inspiring, and I didn't need to go out to actively search. People came to us talking about packaging, talking about web design. It was a system already set up. But however, I'd say the depth we went into on every single subject and discipline. For example, if I knew from the outset I wanted to pursue web design, we actually didn't go that deep on web design. If I knew I was interested in packaging design, we actually only spent like 1 subject on it in the whole 3 years. So I want to tell you that if you want to actually learn the skill set that it's going to get you in those top studios, top agencies, or be able to work with high-ticket clients yourself, I actually learned all those skills online through digital courses that I bought from industry leaders, professionals actually practicing in the field. When you go to a design school, it is actually very common that they have already progressed from practitioners in the space to educators. And therefore, there is a kind of disconnect between what is relevant in the industry and what they are teaching you. We learn a lot of design theory, a lot of design philosophy, like the Bauhaus, things like that. But in terms of how to actually sell yourself in a job interview, or how to actually pitch your ideas to clients, how to actually negotiate project contracts, how to actually price your projects, we barely touched on that at all. And it's through a lot of online learning. And I'm going to share with you some of my top recommendations in terms of where you can go for different things. But how I got started was really going into Skillshare, because that was all I could afford in my first year of university. I got a Skillshare subscription and just learned as much as I could about like branding, web design, illustration, coding, and trying to like implement all of these skills that I gathered into my uni projects that was marked, and we had to submit for each subject, trying to elevate my work so that it is on par professionally, and then building out my portfolio. So something that you need to invest in is your own education, and also a portfolio where people can see your work. And what I would do if I didn't have a degree is I would throw myself full time into learning skill sets. And first of all, I want you to kind of dive into like Behance, Pinterest, go on YouTube, go on Instagram, look at the different types of work, especially if you already know you're into graphic design. Know that there is so much deeper you can go, and the more that you specialize, the easier it is to get your first client, the better you will get paid, and the more you're going to enjoy your work, because you will build a really strong skill set in one thing rather than being scattered across too many different disciplines and overwhelming yourself. Some of the most popular ones are UI design, so app design, web design, brand design, so logo, identities, and packaging design. And then there's also like publication and editorial design. I would say brand design is such a concoction of every different aspect, because learning branding allows you to build a lot of business acumen and understanding what makes a business unique, and it becomes the underlying thing that you get to fuse into packaging and fuse into web design projects. So I think understanding how brand identity works would be a really good first step. I'd actually highly recommend a platform called Domestika. It is just like Skillshare, except it is all in Spanish, majority of the classes, but it is amazing. It is like Skillshare for design specifically. There are so many brand identity courses that you can do and learn from. They're like 1 to 2 hours in total for the full course. You just go through every single lesson. And oh my gosh, you get a download of exactly what it entails from a very practical lens. You understand how to do briefs, you understand how to manage feedback, you understand how to build the building blocks of a brand. And they also have ones on packaging, on web design, social media management, all of those things. So I'd highly recommend that. You can purchase every single course. It's only like a couple of dollars, or like $10, $15, $20. It's very price efficient. I think you can also get a membership and also like get it for a monthly fee. Some are included in the membership. But I'm not an affiliate. I'll try to see if I can find an affiliate code, but I've been using it for years and I would highly recommend. I feel like some of these courses could literally sell for hundreds of dollars if they wanted to, because it is just that much value. The next thing I would highly recommend you do is to stalk other designers that you admire. And that allows you to not only understand like their type of work and the type of work you can also achieve, but it also allows you to take a peek into their life. And if there are some podcasts I can recommend, I will pop it up here. But there's one called Better the Brand Designer podcast, which I would highly recommend. There's also a lot of virtual design conferences you can attend where they get like 10, 15 guest speakers to come on like a 2-day sprint, and they do guest speaking. You just pay like a little bit ticket, or some is even free to attend, and then you just get a download of the things that's coming up, where you get exposed to a lot of designers that's teaching different aspects about the industry. So immerse yourself in all of that. Literally be listening to podcasts about design, looking at YouTubers who are designers, and also going in and discovering what are the specialties that you are interested in learning more about. And the next thing is building your portfolio. And what I would recommend you to do is to publicly build, as in to post stuff on Instagram. Don't care about if you're getting views or not, but just put your work out there. And this is more of a way to document your growth for yourself, as well as getting some kind of exposure. And what that really helps is make you feel like you are progressing, that every single hard work you do, every piece of work, people are seeing it, and you're not just like doing it for yourself and not amounting to anything. And once you build a certain level of confidence, give yourself like project briefs to complete, and think of everyone as one that you can put into your portfolio. So highly recommend you learn Framer and Figma, and just to start like designing out portfolio content. And what I recommend you to do, is even more so you're not doing it for nothing, is to think of selling them as templates. Now, people don't actually have to buy it, but it elevates your standards that much higher. So look at like these different types of Etsy templates. You can do business cards, you can do like even website homepages, you can do social media templates, and give yourself a brief and look at Etsy and see what are the industries that's highly searched. And maybe it's like small to medium enterprises, maybe it's like medtech brands, or startup brands that need social media templates. Find a niche and create a brief around it, and then upload it to Etsy once you're done as a Canva template, and you can also sell it. And this way it feels like a real project, even though there's no actual client behind it. But what you can do is you can model it based on an ideal client. And this way, once you've finished it, you can actually reach out to them and say, hey, I've created this design template for you in case you're curious. And maybe a little mini project will springboard off the back of that. Or you can get a coffee chat opportunity and get to interview them and see what they need in terms of design and marketing and how you can help. So it's just really building your skill set, expanding your knowledge of what's possible, doing practice briefs, and creating mock projects to put in your portfolio, and setting your standards high and actually turning it into templates that you can sell and posting it online so you feel like you are progressing every day. And what I'd recommend is also set like a type of cadence. If you're working for yourself, especially in the early days, if you don't have a structure of like design school or university, set a structure for yourself. Maybe you're also working part-time, being a cafe barista or being a tutor. I was actually a primary to high school tutor in my first year university while I was studying design. So I had some money coming in. I didn't feel like I have to depend on design where I was like freshly learning about. So there was no pressure on that end, but I was doing mock projects, which eventually snowballed into real client projects, which then eventually snowballed into bigger clients. And I have a lot of videos on this channel that taps into different aspects like invoicing, doing sales calls, discovery calls, how to actually manage design projects, how to actually charge a higher ticket, where to find your dream clients, and how to go from one-off projects to monthly subscription model. These are all things you can dive into, but in the early stages, it's really just figuring out what niche and specialty you're interested in, diving heads and toes into it, and enjoying the process, putting stuff out there, feeling good about yourself, seeing the improvement. That's where you start. And then once you start putting your work out there, talk to people and say, I'm a graphic designer, introduce yourself as a graphic designer, and don't be shy to DM people, reach out to businesses, and ask for a coffee chat to understand more about the business. Reach out to other designers like myself online. If you reach out with a nice email saying, can we do a coffee chat? I'd love to learn more about your business and how can I get started, I would respond to you. And I'm sure a lot of other designers in the niche that you want to be in will also do as well. So really ask for help, put yourself out there, and that is going to be the first couple of steps. And in no time, once you get your first client, once you start to get paid, you will see that this was the best decision you've ever made. If you want to learn more about the business of design, I also do have an upcoming masterclass called the 10K Masterclass, where I teach you behind the scenes, dedicated to creative freelancers, how to actually set your business up so it's ready to bring in $10,000 plus per month, all the behind the scenes, how to do high ticket sales, what type of clients to reach out to, how to build a robust sales system, how to make sure their clients are so happy that they want to keep coming back and working with you month after month. So essentially, you are building yourself recurring income streams with every client that you get to work with, so that you never have to worry about feast and famine and not knowing where your next client is coming from. If you enjoyed this video, I know you're also going to love this one on the left as well, where we dive into how to get started on building a dream graphic design business. If you prefer listening on the go, we also have a podcast version called the Brand Creator Podcast. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.